showcasing my top 5 assault rifle loadouts in Warzone 2 Season 1 because I get a million different comments about my favorite loadouts, my ARs, SMGs, all that. So I thought I'd just go back through, update my list, and tell you guys exactly what you should be running to dominate the map right now in the current meta. Before I get into any of that, though, I want to give a huge shout out to Sarah, Doom, and Shadow for having my post notifications on. If you guys want a chance getting my next video, make sure you guys go down below and hit that big red subscribe button, as well as leaving a like and a comment saying noties. Watch the full video through. But like I said, we have my top assault rifle loadouts in the current meta right now. So without further ado, let's hop directly into loading number 1. Loading number 1, as you guys can tell behind me, is the TAC 56 assault rifle. A very good option. It has great damage. It really has no recoil whatsoever, and it's the counterpart of the TAC V. So hop directly into the build. Attachment number 1, we have the HARBINGER D20 muzzle, giving you that sound suppression, bolt velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness. Overall, helping the gun in every possible way, getting you closer to hit scan, keeping you quieter and keeping you off the mini map, also giving you that damage range, making you hit harder, and of course giving you that smoothness. One of the big reasons why this gun does not move whatsoever. And then you have the 17.5-inch TUNDRA Pro barrel, again giving you everything you need with the damage range, bolt velocity, and hipfire accuracy. Of course, the hipfire isn't too helpful because you're mostly going to be at range, but that damage range and bolt velocity mixes in perfectly with the muzzle, making you hit way harder. And then of course, like I've said multiple times, this build really doesn't move whatsoever, and the Commando foregrip has a large reason to do with that, giving you aiming, auto stability, and recoil stabilization. Like I said, making you way more controllable. And then in my personal opinion, the 5.56 high velocity feels absolutely incredible on the build, giving you that bolt velocity, getting you closer to hit scan. Of course, you do lose some damage range, but with the tuning that we have for it, that's not too noticeable at all. And then for the last attachment on the build, of course, this is all preference. You can run the 40 or 60, but we have the 40 round mag, giving you that mag capacity because of course you are burning through your ammo. Hopping directly into the tuning for the muzzle, I maxed out ADS speed, which you can go smoothness if you want to make it even more accurate. I just prefer ADS speed. And then of course you also mix in max bolt velocity. On the barrel, I maxed out recoil steadiness and I maxed out damage range. On the Commando foregrip, I maxed out even more recoil stabilization and I maxed out aiming, auto stability. And then for the last attachment, like I told you guys, for the tuning on this attachment, it makes it so useful. We maxed out damage range, kind of fixing the problem of the cons of having no damage range. And then of course we're also maxing out bolt velocity as well. But overall, this is my full TAC 56 build in Warzone 2 Season 1. I'm telling you guys, an absolutely disgusting assault rifle that I honestly get a lot of comments about on all my social media. So if you guys haven't ran the TAC 56 already, go through, level it up, give the soul build a try. Some of the highest kill game you guys get with it. Like I said, that's my loadout number 1. So without further ado, let's hop directly into loading number 2. Loading number 2, as you guys can tell behind me, is the Cast-Off 762. Another very good option that has close to no recoil. It hits extremely hard, and it actually has some decent mobility as well. So hopping directly into the build, we have the ZLR Talon 5 muzzle, pretty much the exact same thing as the HARBINGER D20 that we have on the TAC 56, with the exact same pros and cons. For the underbarrel, instead of the Commando, we went the FTAC Ripper 56, giving you aiming, auto stability, recoil stabilization, and again that hipfire accuracy, which of course for this build the hipfire accuracy isn't too useful. It does kind of help, but I find that this underbarrel is even more accurate than the Commando. For the barrel, we went the CAS-10 584mm barrel, giving you damage range, bolt velocity, hipfire accuracy, and recoil control, again giving you everything you need for the build to beam at range, make you hit harder, and getting closer to hit scan. For the optic on this build, because I don't really love the iron sights as much as I do with the TAC 56, we want the SZ Sigma 4 optic, which is a super clean little red dot, probably my personal favorite. And of course with the tuning everything, it makes it even cleaner. And then for the last attachment on the build, we have the biggest mag possible. We have the 40 round mag, giving you that mag capacity, because of course with the fire rate and everything going on with this game, you are burning through your ammo pretty quick. On the tuning for the muzzle, we went the exact same thing as the HARBINGER D20. I maxed out ADS speed and I maxed out bolt velocity. On the barrel, I maxed out recoil steadiness and I also maxed out damage range. On the optic, I did something a little bit different because I see a lot of people go maxed out on far, but I actually maxed it out for close, and I also maxed out ADS speed, making it more snappy. On the FTAC Ripper 56, I maxed out recoil stabilization and I also maxed out aiming, auto stability. But overall, this is my full build on the Cast-Off 762 in Warzone 2 Season 1. I'm telling you guys, another fantastic option that you guys need to give a try if you guys haven't already. Some of the highest kill game you guys get with it. Like I said, another fantastic option at number 2. Without further ado, let's hop directly into number 3. Loadout number 3, we have the M4 assault rifle, which is another very good gun and probably one of the old reliables across all of Warzone, Warzone 2, Warzone 1, all the way dating back to Verdansk. So hopping directly into the build. Again, we have the HARBINGER D20 muzzle, just like our TAC 56 build, giving you sound suppression, bolt velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness, giving you everything you need to make the M4 even more useful on the map. And then you have the HIGHTOWER 20-inch barrel, giving you bolt velocity, damage range, recoil control, and hipfire accuracy, again mixing in absolutely perfectly with the muzzle. And then of course I have the Commando foregrip on, again giving you aiming, auto stability, and recoil stabilization. But of course, if you guys do like the FTAC Ripper 56 even more, you could really run either or. And then again for the optic, we have the SZ Sigma 4 optic, which of course if you want to on the M4, it has some pretty good iron sights. You don't even even need to run this. If you want to, I do also recommend the high velocity ammunition, but for me, I've been recently testing out the Sigma 4 on this build as well, and it's super clean. And then for the last attachment on the build, we have the 45 round mag, which of course, just like the TAC 56, this is all preference. If you want to, you can run the 45 or the 60. There isn't too much of a difference between the two, even on mobility. This is really just here to help you because you are flying through your ammo. Hopping directly into the tuning for the muzzle, I have the ADS speed and bolt velocity completely maxed out. On the barrel, we maxed out recoil steadiness and we maxed out damage range. On the optic, we maxed out ADS speed in the close, just like the Cast-Off 7.62. On the Commando foregrip, we went maxed out recoil stabilization and we maxed out aiming auto stability. But overall, this is my full M4 build in Warzone 2 Season 1. I'm telling you guys, another fantastic option in the current meta. Like I was saying before, it is extremely easy to use because it literally has no recoil, has great mobility and great damage. So you guys got to go through, give the whole build a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. Like I said, that's my loaded number 3. So after the do, stop directly into loaded number 4. Loaded number 4 isn't technically an assault rifle. It looks exactly like the TAC 56, but it is the TAC V battle rifle. Like I said, I know it's not actually an assault rifle, but it does fall under that primary category, and it's in the same conversation as the assault rifles. But the TAC V, in my opinion, is probably number 1 on the list. It has the best damage, it has really no recoil, and it's incredibly easy to use as well. So hopping directly into the build. Again, we have the ZLR Talon 5 for our muzzle, which you unlock for leveling up the TAC M. So if you don't have this, you can use the Polarfire S, but for the ZLR Talon 5, it is literally giving you everything you need to make the TAC V even more useful. And then you have the 18-inch precision 6 barrel, giving you damage range, bolt velocity, and hipfire accuracy, giving you the exact same pros and cons as the last few barrels. And then of course, again, I'm running the Commando foregrip, which is all preference. If you want to, you can run this or the FTAC Ripper, but this is giving you the aiming auto stability and the recoil stabilization you need to make the TAC V even more controllable. And then for this gun, I actually do go the biggest mag size I can for the 50 round drum, just roaming the map, absolutely putting people down and really rarely having to reload, because this gun with the slower fire rate, you aren't burning through your ammo at the exact same speed as the other guns. But the 50 or 30, you could run either or. It is all preference. And then for the last attachment, we have the brute stock on, giving you even more aiming stability and recoil control, mixing in perfectly with the rest of the build, and another big reason why the TAC V really does not bounce too much. Hopping directly into the tuning for the muzzle, we maxed out recoil smoothness and we maxed out bolt velocity. On the barrel, we went fully maxed out recoil steadiness and we maxed out damage range. On the Commando foregrip, we went maxed out recoil stabilization and we maxed out aiming out of stability. And then for the last attachment on our stock, we went maxed out ADS speed and we maxed out aiming out of stability again. But overall, this is my full TAC V build in Warzone 2 Season 1. Like I'm saying, this probably isn't considered an assault rifle, but it does fall under that primary category with all the other assault rifles. And this, in my opinion, is the best option by far. If I could, I would put it in my number 1 spot, but I dropped it down the list a little bit because it is a battle rifle. It has great damage, probably the fastest in the game. You are putting people down in like 3 to 5 shots, and it is also very controllable. So if you guys haven't already, go through, try my full TAC V build. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. Without further ado, let's hop directly into our last loadie. Loaded number 5. Loaded number 5 is the RPK LMG, another conversation that I just had with like the TAC V. I know it's not technically an assault rifle, but it does fall under that primary category, and it is another fantastic option, considerably one of the best if you do like LMGs. So I'm directly into the build. Again, for another build, I have the ZLR Talon 5 muzzle, giving you absolutely everything you need for the build. And then you have the FTAC Ripper 56 underbarrel, giving you aiming auto stability, recoil stabilization, and hipfire accuracy, again giving you everything you need for the gun to make it 10 times more controllable and let you beam people across the map. And then you have that 7.62 high velocity ammunition, giving you that bolt velocity. Of course, it does kind of chalk your damage range, but like I said before, the way we have it tuned kind of fixes that issue. And then we have the OLEV laser, giving you ADS speed, aiming stability, and sprint to fire speed, kind of speeding you up around the map, which is very helpful for the build because, of course, like I said, it is an LMG and it is very slow, but it also is making you even more accurate as well. And then for the last attachment on the build, we have the SZ Sigma 4 optic. Again, a very clean red dot that I just think is the cleanest by far. If you guys haven't tried the scope, you absolutely need to. And then for the tuning on the muzzle, we maxed out ADS speed again, and we also maxed out bolt velocity. On the FTAC Ripper 56, we maxed out recoil stabilization and we maxed out aiming auto stability. On the ammunition, we maxed out damage range and we maxed out bolt velocity. And then on the optic, we went fully maxed out for close and ADS speed. But overall, this is my full RPK build in the current meta. I'm telling you guys, another very good option at that primary spot. It doesn't really fall under that assault rifle category, but just like the TAC V, it is better than most assault rifles. So if you guys haven't tried the RPK, you guys need to go through, give the whole build a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. But like I said, that's my loaded number 5. So that's it for the loadouts. But overall, those are my top 5 assault rifle loadouts, including the TAC V and RPK. Overall, probably the best 5 options you could have in the entire game in the current meta. So if you guys haven't already, go through, give all 5 loadouts a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with each of them. And also go down in the comments below and tell me if they help you guys out at all. And if they do, hit that big red subscribe button. That's it for the video.